You a ninja. I'm a sensei.
Okay.
In Mexico, they call me super hot caliente.
Welcome back, KD, The Dark Knight. We back, new video. I want to speak about The Dark Knight in Japan. This is my story time. For all you that don't know, I have a new album dropping next year. It's called The Dark Knight. It's very heavily inspired by my favorite movie of all time, Batman: The Dark Knight. The Batman series, The Dark Knight, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Rises. Christopher Nolan is my favorite writer of all time. Favorite filmmaker of all time. He made my favorite movie of all time. I first seen The Dark Knight when I was about 5 years old. And even from then, I was inspired. Inspired a lot of what I am now in my future. So that's my next album, The Dark Knight. It's gonna be out sometime next year, summertime, I believe. It's gonna be very expensive as usual, but you know, that's how albums are. Very expensive. Be a lot of music videos, a lot of shit going on when you make albums. But I love doing them because I can finally be as creative as I can and finally bring out some more music for anybody that wants to listen, some more writing. I can finally get back to that writing grind. And I can also be consistent with content like I'm doing now. So this is new to me. So the title is called The Dark Knight in Japan. The reason it's called that is because in 2 weeks, I'll be going to Japan for 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, I'll be going to Japan for 2 weeks. 14 days I'll be in Japan. You're gonna get a lot of content all over here. So there's gonna be a lot of videos, I'm gonna be eating different foods. I'm going to different attractions and whatnot, and the bullet train. I'll be going to the different places. Y'all gonna see the city. See, the thing is, I already went 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, this is the story time aspect of it. So if you could like, subscribe, comment, turn your post notifications, I appreciate that. I appreciate your view. So again, 5 years ago, or 4 years ago, right before COVID hit, so that, 2020, I was in Japan. Right after that, when I came back, COVID happened, I couldn't really do shit. And that's when I really started to start making music. That was my first time. I made my first song. It was terrible. It was trash. But, you know, I kept pushing through. I kept writing. It was mostly just the aspect of writing that really made everything more clear, everything more concise. That was the most interesting part of it for me. I loved the writing part of it. Producing as well was nice, but the writing part, and finally able to put my thoughts, my crazy ass, creative, to an extent, thoughts on paper, and to rap about it. Because rapping always been my inspiration, ever since I was young, just as The Dark Knight was. And as well as Japanese and anime influence been my inspiration when I was young as well. So, I came back from Japan and I started making music. I made my first song. 2021, I made my first album. It was trash. Well, it was okay. Some songs were really good. Some songs were just, I fucked up in a lot of parts with that album. It was called The Chosen One. So I made that in 2021. I fucked up in that album. I dropped a music video to that. It was okay. That same year, I dropped my EP. It was called Warrior EP. It was inspired by Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee also inspired me when I was younger. So Bruce Lee inspired that EP. It was called Warriors EP. Some good songs on it. I dropped a music video for that. That was in 2021. We go to 2022. I dropped my second album, Black Mask. If you don't know who Black Mask is, he's a villain. Roman Sionis. He's a villain from Batman. He's part of Batman's rogue gallery of villains. So he's one of my favorite villains on Batman. Black Mask. So I dropped my album. I had a custom-made mask. It was expensive as shit. I dropped 2 music videos for the album. The album was okay. It didn't do good. It was whatever. It was fine. But I still like the process of making it. That was in 2022. We go, and then I finished that album. 2023, I dropped my last album I just dropped. It was called Life After Death. But the Japanese translation for it was called Shige no Sekai. It was inspired by, of course, anime. It was an anime-inspired album, inspired by Japanese culture. I dropped that in 2023. I dropped 3 music videos for that one. It didn't do that good, but I still like the process of making it. And I was with the right people. I had the right team. Just, we probably fucked up along the way somewhere. But that's fine with me. It brought me to this moment now, 2024. This year, I didn't make no music. I was writing a little bit, but I wanted to take a pause from music. I wanted to start making content. So I started making content. So I'll be consistent with content on this channel. I traveled. I went to Miami. I went to LA. I went to DreamCon. Now I'm going to Japan now. And so now I'm in a space where I can make music and I also could do YouTube. I found a place where I can finally be consistent with both. More comfortable with doing both. I'm not a beginner in making music anymore as far as content. I would say I'm close to being more of a vet when it comes to both. I can make music and I also do content. So my next album, 2025, will be The Dark Knight. It's going to be expensive, as I said before. I don't know how many music videos will be, but it'll be a lot. It'll be Batman, Gotham City, Joker, whatever, Heath Ledger, The Dark Knight. It would be that type of style to it. It's kind of like a gothic style to it, a black style to it, right? So that's my next album, The Dark Knight. So my series where I'll be in Japan will be called The Dark Knight in Japan because my next album is The Dark Knight. And I keep calling myself The Dark Knight because that's my next album. So I'll be The Dark Knight in Japan. And that's going to be my next series for YouTube that I'm dropping in 2 weeks because I'll be in Japan in 2 weeks. Yeah. So that's my story time I want to explain to y'all. So when I was young, Batman inspired me a lot. All DC inspired me. Actually, all superheroes inspired me, DC and Marvel. But Batman was my favorite superhero. He still is. I like Martian Manhunter. I also like Dr. Manhattan. I also like Flash. That's from DC. Marvel, I like Black Panther. That's probably my number one. I want to say Wolverine. And also I like some different people from Marvel as well, but definitely not as much as DC. I've always been more of a DC person. That's just for me. The comics I read, I played all the Batman games, Batman Arkham City, Arkham Knight, Arkham Asylum. I played all of them. Batman Arkham Origins, I played it. All the Batman games, Lego Batman games, Batman figurines. I read many Batman comics. The Batman animated movies, the Flashpoint Paradox. I've seen them. The rest of the DC animated movies, I've seen them. I've seen the real DC movies, the Justice League. DC Cinematic Universe. I never liked it. I don't like Batman vs Superman. I like Batman Zack Snyder cut. So the Justice League Zack Snyder cut, I like that one. I don't really like the other ones. I know the Batman, the latest movie with Robert Pattinson, or whatever his name is, the Pattinson, the actor. I thought it was okay. I want to see how the second one is, the Batman 2. But I thought it was okay. I didn't really like the Joker part of it, especially at the end credits. I didn't like that. The Riddler was kind of mid to me as a villain. But it was okay. It was okay. But I feel like the writer, he made the Planet of the Apes, I forgot his name. Matt Reeves, yeah. I feel like he still has more in stock when it comes to Batman. I feel like his vision for Batman is going to be better within the second version of that universe he created. But one day I do want to be a writer. I want to write movies. I want to write films. I want to write TV shows. I already made scripts before. I'm a big writer, so not just for music. I like to write everything. I'm a big writer. So I wrote a script for a TV show. I wrote the pilot. I wrote everything, hundreds of pages long. It's about superheroes, but I'll explain that in another video. But still, that's my next goal after music and after doing YouTube. I want to jump into the film world where I could do TV shows and movies. I want to create a big ass whatever universe show, whatever. But that's my next goal in life. That's later on. So within the next 5 or 6, 7 years. But for now, I just want to do music and YouTube.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan. I will beat a nigga ass and stomp him in my Timberlands.
Black culture, my people, that's my shit. I still watch the news. I like watching the news. I like knowing what's going on around the world. I like politics too. It's interesting to me, I'll be honest. I like to read. What's wrong with that? Non-fiction books. Autobiographies. I love that shit. I love the color black. I love the color red. I love the DC heroes, but I love the Marvel movies, the cinematic movies. I've seen all of them. I've seen all the Marvel and DC movies that came out so far. Every single one of them. You call me a nerd or whatever, but anime, superheroes, that's my shit. The Boys, I've seen all the shows, superhero, anything superhero related, I've seen it. I've seen it. Invincible, seen it. Been watching it. Love it. The games, played them. Superheroes, that's my shit. Anime, that's my shit. Basketball, NBA, that's my shit. Rap music, that's my shit. Music in general, that's my shit, but mostly rap music. Anime, Japanese culture, I said that before, that's my shit. Writing, that's my shit. Batman, The Dark Knight, now you already know. That's my shit.
If you make yourself more than just a man, they can't stop you. Then you become something else entirely.
A watchful protector. A dark knight.
But this is fun. Making YouTube, this is fun. Making music is fun. I just like to be as creative as possible. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Keep doing, keep pushing, keep grinding, keep striving, keep locking in my goals. Try not to crash out of the stupid shit that I be seeing all over the internet. For some of y'all be saying some stupid shit in the comments. I try not to crash out and be a dumbass and say something out of line to get my ass banned from YouTube. So I'm gonna play my cards right. I'm gonna do it correctly. But I appreciate your view. I thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, turn your post notifications. More videos coming soon. We will be in Japan soon. Appreciate your view again. It's KD. It's a Dark Knight. Correct. We out.